Hello my fellow whale watchers and welcome to another episode of How to Comeback. This was a very exciting Beacon Rush battle where my team was trailing behind the Reds for the whole battle, but just a few seconds before the battle ended, for the first time we could take the beacon bar lead thanks to a calculated sequence that allowed us to get to this point. So let's see how we did that. We start with the Acid Phantom and end up in a duel with the Siren for beacon D. This is a quite open duel if it was a one-on-one, but eventually red and blue teammates joined as well. So with team support we finally managed to secure the important beacon D, and now we have roof access. So let's see if we will be successful with the cap and run tactic with the Phantom. You're already familiar with it if you watch my tactics videos. No way that we can get that beacon, we need to get back up and wait for another run. So let's try the red home beacon this time. So close! Unfortunately, we get taken out just 1 second before we reach cover. That was unfortunate. Anyways, we continue with the shell and try to get our home beacon back now. This is not a Siren but a Nightingale, a rare sight in Champion League these days. I really like this bot, but unfortunately it's outdated by now. The reason is that it simply does not have enough firepower to be competitive. Also its ability got nerfed, so now it cannot fly high enough anymore to take and hold beacons. This situation basically shows you what I just said. I can take out an entire Nightingale with my shell without taking a scratch, except maybe my front shields. And also take our home beacon back. And the situation in front of me is perfect for the shell and its ability. 4 opponents close together. So we will just explode into their faces as long as we can. Nice, what a brawl. So, what should we do next? These are my options. So one good option would be to bring my Capri or my Luchador on beacon E and support my team in this brawl. And I considered actually doing that, but then it's not necessarily the most effective choice. We may be in a deadlock here trying to get B, so I make a more strategic move in this situation. I bring my Smoother Rastor Fenrir and spawn it at D and go on to the roof. Like this, we control this dude here, we create another flank towards B, and we are more flexible with our choices depending on how the game develops. So let's see how this works. And then we see that the red guy that spawned in is an Arthur Titan and also wants to access the roof. So look what we will do to him now together with a teammate in an Outrun. Really bad timing, bro. What a big and juicy target for our machine gun Fenrir. So eventually we follow up with our plan and access the roof. And then we run yet into another outdated robot. This is a hover. So usually the bandit bullet weapons are not that effective in brawling distance, but since the hover is quite limited in health, we can eventually brawl it out. Nice. Now I decide to have a quick look over the edge. And then I see a Revenant, so I need to react quickly. Look what I do. I go over the ridge, almost over the final edge, and prevent that he can escape from this situation. My teammates will take care of him, so my next job is to bring this hawk down to last stand. Then we wait for the right moment to drop down. And then we finish him off while turning center blue. And now comes the sequence that will decide this battle. We are in a 4 versus 3 at this point, but we are 2 to 3 beacons behind, and our beacon bar looks quite bad. The good thing is our nuclear amplifier is maxed and we have a few options left, so let's see what we can do here. And then yet another Arthur jumps in, this time at beacon D. So with maximum amplifier stacks, look what we can do to him. Wow, we almost managed to finish off another full Arthur, but then he gets supported by an Auming and we go down. This is the situation, but as I said, we have quite a few options left at this point, and we also have chances to win, but we need to follow a certain sequence. So now I do something that I usually don't do. I spawn my luchador at center. This gets him into a quite awkward spot, but we need to finish off the Auming before he can challenge center. It is one of the weakest titans, so we can do that quite fast by using our Dazzler Lantern weapons. Then it's time for the Arthur to die. And then we access the roof. Luckily our team has made some progress on the other side as well, so we still have chances to win. From here we have a lot of good options. We could stay up there and snipe, but it may not be enough to win by beacon control. So we could jump down to B, but the red players may block the beacon with everything they have and we might lose. So I decide to jump on A instead, which at that point was undefended. On the way there we finish off this Typhon. And then a Sonic Fenrir jumps in. This thing can block beacons for a long time, but luckily we are in a luchador, and as you already know if you watch my videos, the luchador can force any regular robot off a beacon if you use your ability at point blank distance. That's it, we can now turn the beacon blue. And some 10 seconds before the end of the battle, we take the beacon bar lead for the first time in this battle. Amazing comeback, it was just enough. But congrats also to our opponents, they gave us a really hard time to turn this around. Thanks for watching and see you on my channel.